My name is Justin Lee, and today I'll be presenting Microeconomics Topic 2.8, Government Intervention. Some key terms you should know before we get into the lesson are excise taxes, which is a per unit tax on every single unit produced by a firm. Lump sum taxes, which is a tax independent on the quantity of products produced by a firm. Price ceilings, a legal upper limit to what can be charged in the market. Price floors, a legal lower limit to what can be charged in the market. Quota, a restriction on how much a certain product can be sold in the market in a certain time frame. The market and the government's effects. The market can be seen as a structure which brings together both producers and firms to consumers. In this system, however, the producers have a greater power to worry about, which is the government. The government has an impact on the market, and they are able to influence prices with two main methods. They are able to influence prices through price ceilings and floors, and also through the use of excise taxes and lump sum taxes. Price ceilings are a price maximum which is set by the government to enforce prices. When a price ceiling is set, the firms are allowed to sell their goods at any price up to the maximum and including the ceiling as well. An example of a real-life price ceiling would be rent control. Rent control can be seen as a price ceiling in the real estate market, as the government sets a maximum price to prevent overcharging in the market. A price ceiling in the market is only effective, however, if the price ceiling is below the equilibrium price of the market. This is because if it was the other way around, all firms would sell at the market equilibrium price, making the price ceiling useless. Price floors. Price floors, on the other hand, are price minimums set in place by the government to prevent a firm from selling their services and goods for a price which is lower than the floor. An example of a price floor is minimum wage, as it is the lowest amount of money that an employer is allowed to pay their employee. A price floor is only effective in the market if it is above the equilibrium price, as if it wasn't, the firms would sell their services and goods at the market equilibrium price, which would make the price floor ineffective. A price floor can lead to a surplus in the market, as the quantity of goods produced will be higher than the quantity which is demanded. This can later result in a surplus of goods, which can lead to lower prices in the market and more competition between firms. This surplus can also lead to a reduction of goods produced, as the firms may not be able to earn an economic profit from their sales to cover their costs of the surplus in the past. The second way the government can influence prices with their power are through taxes. There are two different types of taxes the government can impose, and these are excise taxes and lump sum taxes. The difference is excise taxes can also be called a per unit tax, as it is a tax on every single product produced. A lump sum tax, however, does not depend on the quantity of products produced at all. Let's practice what we have learned so far with the multiple choice question. If the market depicted in the diagram above is initially in equilibrium, which of the following will result from the government setting a price ceiling at P3? Pause the video and take a couple of seconds to choose an answer. In this question, there is a price ceiling at P3, which means that the price is not able to exceed the ceiling of P3. But because the market price or the equilibrium price is at P2, the ceiling would actually have no effect on the market price because the ceiling would be above the market equilibrium price. So firms would have no reason to sell at the market ceiling price, but would choose to sell at the equilibrium price. So the answer to this question would be D. The market price will be unaffected. Thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope you learned something new.